Let's dive into some of the basic Deno concepts here. First up here, we see this directory contains a one-liner demonstration of many of the concepts. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use these and one by one display what are some of the core concepts. So if you want to do a one-liner, for example, which is something that's pretty useful, you want to just run some kind of automation, etc. You can just do Deno eval. There we go. We can see that this works. If you want to take a look at the permission model, which is one of the features of Deno as well, another thing you can do is just verify, hey, I want to allow read access. I want to go ahead and take a look at this. Boom, there we go. We've got read access to that file. If we want to do a built-in web API, this is a pretty cool feature as well, is that I can actually directly call an external API here just from a one-liner from Deno. There we go. We can see that I'm able to get those Zen statements from the GitHub API. Now, what if I want to do one-liner kinds of tests here as well to just get an understanding of how the test system works? You can see here, you can do console.assert, math works, etc. If we go ahead and we paste this, we can see that, in fact, yes, look, we have a passing test. And again, I can just test this out with just a one-liner. Now, what about a task here? Well, you also can do a task as well. And so this is a way to execute these scripts here. We can take a look here. Here's a task. And then I go ahead and I say, Deno task greet. So pretty cool, right? That you can just register that as a task and then run it in the future. And this is a nice CLI automation kind of style. Now, one of the things that I think is really cool as well is that you can actually import things from the CLI as well. And so if we take a look at this, we can say, hey, let's go ahead and import chalk and let's go ahead and use it, which gives us colored text. There we go. We see I was able to import that, and now I have green text from NPM. The next thing that I think would be interesting is to show that by default, Deno, and this is one of the advantages of the Deno ecosystem, is that in fact it does use TypeScript, which is the solution that I would recommend in the era of coding assistance, right? You want strongly typed. And then if we want to check out some of the cool things that come with Deno, like the formatting, for example, the linting, all this kind of stuff, you can go ahead and do Deno format, and this will actually go through and format the code, right? So this is something, again, that comes with Deno. You just say Deno format, and it's a built-in tool. Now, what about compilation? This is also a killer feature of Deno that I think many people really should not sleep on, is that you can actually build these standalone executables. You just type in Deno compile, and it will build an application that you can compile. So again, we just go here and we say compile. Awesome. And if we look at the size here, it essentially bundles up the whole Node runtime. So it's a little bit big for maybe like a smaller script, but the advantage of this is that it is distributable. So you don't have to do anything. There's no libraries, etc. You can just get this executable. So for certain things that you're doing, this is really a killer